Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So today, I don't know if you guys saw my first video on my prep experiences, but today we're going to go into a little more detail on the two of them and talk about a little more about the nutrition aspect and the workout aspect of both my preps so far. So my first prep and then the prep I'm in now, which is 4.5 weeks out. So my first prep, workout split wise, the workout splits were not customized per individual. My coach then just kind of made a workout split and gave it to both her bikini and her lifestyle clients. It didn't really matter like what she thought you needed to work on or anything like that. The prep I'm in now with my coach Adam, he actually customized my workout split for me based on what I needed to work on for my next show. So for me personally, I have been working on building my shoulders and keeping up with my lower body, mainly my hammies. I already have very rounded glutes, so my personal weakness stage-wise is probably my hammies and shoulders, or was. So those are the things that have been our main focus. And that is kind of how my workout split is laid out. It is much more compound, straightforward movements. The sets are higher. I'm usually doing like 5 sets. And the reps kind of vary depending on what muscle group I'm working that day. But overall, I have seen a lot of progress since I started with him. Definitely building my shoulders and my hammies are starting to pop. On Saturdays, I do my own lower body workout. I actually made a really difficult hammy workout, so I've been doing that one for now. And I will probably continue to until I get super tired when it's closer to show day. So we'll see. Also, I know I mentioned this in my first video, but I was doing a ton of cardio. My first prep very far out. I was doing 2-a-days when I was like 6 weeks out, maybe even more than that. But yeah, the cardio was insane. And I think that's obviously why my knees gave out, my body was super inflamed, and I was holding a lot of water, which I had never experienced before. If you have never experienced real water retention, like I hadn't before my first prep, let me tell you, water retention is a real thing. It's actually insane. This prep, my cardio is still pretty normal for me. This week I'm doing 3 12-minute HIIT sessions and 4 40-minute steady state sessions for this week. And then Sundays I have a complete rest day. Whereas my first prep, I don't really remember ever not having a day where I don't remember having a day where I completely rested. I was always still doing cardio on my rest day. So I think it has been really beneficial for me to have a full rest day. Obviously my energy is a lot higher than it was my first prep. I'm somehow PRing left and right. I'm definitely getting stronger. I don't even feel like I'm 4.5 weeks out right now. My knees haven't really had any issues, like I said. And yeah, overall I just feel great. I think that's all really for the cardio workout split aspect. So let's go ahead and dive into the nutrition, because that's honestly what I've been getting the most questions about. So my first prep, I had macros. So my coach would just give me macros. And I didn't really know what to eat because it was my first bikini competition. So I was eating like what I thought I should be eating, but I really didn't know. I was eating a lot of processed, well, not a lot, but compared to now, a lot of processed, like, sugar-free crap, and I thought it would, like, curb my cravings, but it actually, now that I'm now eating 100% whole foods, I know that last prep I was way crazier because I thought it was curbing my cravings with, like, the sugar-free crap that I was putting in my body, but honestly it made me way crazier and my cravings, like, skyrocket. This prep I have a meal plan essentially. My coach Adam will give me macros and then I'll make my own meal plan based on the foods I like, and then I'll send it to him and he will tell me what I could improve or what I should and shouldn't be eating before and after a workout. But it's been amazing. Like, I'm eating all the foods I want to eat, 100% whole foods. Cravings are very minimal. I was eating PB2 and, like, limited amounts of Splenda and a tad bit of no-calorie coffee sweetener up until this point, and Gatorade Zero, but I cut all that out since I'm almost 4 weeks out, and I just want to go into the show knowing I gave everything my all, which I really do feel like I have been. Every freaking gram to the extreme dieting that I've measured, every workout I've been pushing myself. I really do feel like I've been giving it 100%, so hopefully it'll pay off. Back into the nutrition. So around, I want to say like 6 weeks out, my body loves to hit this plateau where it gets to like 110 to 112, and it gets really stubborn and it won't drop any more weight. Which is actually what I was experiencing this prep also last week. So just for instance, an example, like my body hits 112 and it really won't budge no matter what my coaches do with the macros, it feels like. So my first coach in my first prep she actually, like, significantly cut my macros, told me she didn't know what to do with me, wanted to talk to her coach about what she wanted to do with me, took away my cheat meal / refeed / high carb day. So I was just basically on, like, low macros for a long time. And I think my metabolism just didn't respond well because I really was really struggling losing weight until she started manipulating my water intake. And that was like in peak week where I lost like 7 pounds, but it was honestly all water weight. So, and then the prep I'm in now, my coach, instead of, lowering anything, he actually gave me 2 back-to-back refeeds, which I've never had in my life this past weekend. And I got on the scale today, and I am the lowest I've weighed since peak week of my first prep, which is amazing because obviously I'm not manipulating water or anything. This is like real. So I lost like 3 pounds after those 2 refeeds. My body took like a day to adjust, but seriously, it's insane. I can't even believe it. I got on the scale 3 times. And I know weight's just a number, but when you're pushing yourself in for a competition in bikini prep and the number's not bulging, it gets really frustrating. So, and you check in with your coach probably once or twice a week, so you're weighing yourself a lot. I do want to mention, so I'm not a big fan, especially with my clients, since their lifestyle, or just in general, for me personally, I have never been a big fan of weighing yourself every day, just because I think so many factors go into the number on the scale. But what my coach does now is I weigh myself every morning when I get up before I eat or drink anything, every single day, and he takes the average of the week for the weight, which is really cool because, one day that you check in, you might be a little bloated or like something like that, or you ate your last meal really late the night before, so you're obviously going to be up in weight that day that you're checking in versus taking the average of every weight for every day and seeing what the average is for the week. So I think in that mindset, it's a little easier for me to wrap my head around and be okay with weighing myself every day. But a lot of girls do get so obsessed with the number on the scale, and I just don't think that that's a good measurement to look at as like the number one measurement, because there are so many other things that go into it. So what else? Oh, supplements. So I guess this kind of goes in with nutrition. So the supplements I was taking my first prep, I couldn't even name them all to you. Honestly, there are so many. My coach would like text me a new one every week that I needed to go get at the vitamin shop, and I just really don't know if any of them worked, honestly. But now I'm taking glutamine, creatine, which I've never taken either of those before in my life. I think it's really helping with my recovery. I have also made recovery in general a huge important aspect of this prep. I stretch and foam roll before every workout, and I take my time, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. All those things are key to recovery, but the glutamine and creatine definitely help. I definitely get sore still because those workouts are killer at them, but recovery is going well, which is so essential in any lifestyle, bikini prep, whatever you're doing. Recovery is essential. I also think it obviously helps taking a full rest day, especially off from cardio too. And then I'm taking BCAAs. Actually, I got these from Core Nutritionals. Adam told me to get them. And I am not like a huge person that like thinks BCAAs do like that much of a difference for you. I think they definitely help with recovery, but there's so many other things that help too. So I think they're great, but this one I love because it's called ABCD. I drink it intro workout. I have a really high caffeine tolerance, so I like my caffeine intro workout. And this one is not only a BCA, but it also has fat burning, supplements, and caffeine. So I get an extra pump in my pump. ABCD by Core Nutritionals. And then I take 2 other supplements by Core Nutritionals called Hard and 5AT, and those also help with recovery, recommended by Adam. They are great, but that's really it besides like a multivitamin that I'm taking. You should have seen my pill calendar last prep and it now, because there's nothing in it now. So yeah, I think that's all. Oh wait, one more thing about the nutrition. So my old coach had me eating, when I was 3 weeks out, she texted me to only eat 4 carbs 3 weeks out. So you're not supposed to change anything 3 weeks out, obviously, because it's way too close to show day. But she wanted me to only eat cereal, post-workout, or pre-workout. I don't even remember which one. Cereal, rice cakes, jasmine rice, and cream of rice. I don't know why, because cream of rice is like the most bland food in the world, but my stomach does not respond well to cream of rice. It literally expands. And I also don't think that cereal was a good idea for me in prep because it's so sugary. It's just not a carb my body personally reacts the best to carb-wise. So my carb sources this prep have only been rice, either white, jasmine, brown. I've eaten all of them. I love rice. my body responds well to rice. Oatmeal, I have oatmeal every day, and then I have lightly salted rice cakes, pre-workout meal every day. And potatoes, white potatoes and sweet potatoes. Those are my only carbs, really, besides like vegetables, but only carb sources that I've been eating, because I know my body personally digests those the best and I react the best to those carbs. So if there's ever someone who tells you what you should be eating, you should check in with yourself and ask yourself, do I react well to these foods? Especially if you're 3 weeks out from a show, because you don't need any GI upset at that time at all. You don't want to be bloated 3 weeks out. So overall, everything's been going great. Still don't feel like I'm in prep, waiting for it. It's time to push. So my carbs did go down a little bit this week. I was feeling pretty hungry last night, but I worked out at night, and I'm usually a morning workout girl, so we won't be doing that again. But yeah, everything's been going well. I'll keep you guys updated. 4.5 weeks out from East Coast Classic. Everyone have a great Wednesday. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Shout out if you want to hear anything else.